through your particular altar and stuff on a time-release base, because it's a lot of energy, until you gradually grow to the level and open up to the level to be receptive to that particular energy. But at this particular time, everybody should be rolling with some type of altar. You know what I'm saying? In your house. And the worst thing you can do is not put an altar up in your house, number one, for what somebody might think, or number two, based on the cosmetics of the house. You know what I'm saying? Some people say, you know, they based on the cosmetics of their house, the way they got their house set up, that's beneath them to put an altar. So you're taking style and fashion over spirit. You see, so that's the worst thing you can do. But at this particular time, everyone should be rolling with some type of altar in your home, some type of altar in your automobile. Why not? The automobile is the most dangerous thing on the planet. They got people get killed in automobiles, what, every 5 seconds? Or every 5 seconds to every 5 minutes, somebody's getting killed in an automobile. So it's safer to be on a fucking plane than an automobile. So you at least need to put some type of altar in your car. And this rum is very good to spit 4 ways in your car. I know one sister, and I talked about this on my video, you're spitting this rum 4 ways since damn 2000, no, since 99. And since 99, and they had no insurance to none in the last 4 years almost. You see what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily telling you to try that at home, but I'm just trying to tell you this to let you know the kind of protection. You know, the kind of protection. And there's all types of protection you can do. Like if you go on a long trip. Well, number one, everybody should be rolling with the dog Anubis. How many people don't know what the dog Anubis looks like? The dog Anubis is Anubis or Anpu is, you can get some of the books. The brother might show you a book back there that have a picture of Anubis in it. But Anubis is the black-headed, you saw the mummy? You see the dog, the jackal-headed dog, that's Anubis. Well, there's one way he sits horizontal on all 4s. That's the one you want to imagine in your car. You put that on top of your car and guaranteed no one will stop you. You know, no one will stop you, you know. It's real good block system, a cloaking system, you know, and protection. You know, one brother put it on him and he bring all kind of herb through the airport. And I don't suggest you do this, because this is a little 18, 19-year-old college student and shit. And be bringing it in with aluminum foil and all kind of shit. You know, they got beepers now, and they turn up these beepers. You know what I'm saying? Till your shoes beep. You got gum wrapper, it beeps. So, you know, but I'm just trying to say here, for some reason the spirits liked him and cloaked his stupid ass until I had to tell him better than that. You see what I'm saying? But you should be rolling with some type of altar in your house. Some people saying, well, I don't know what the altar should be. Well, other than the principal deities that you might want to align with, the altar is basically, what you think of is more powerful than the traditional way to set up altars. What comes in your mind is what is a more powerful way, because that means you're addressing the altar from inside out. That means it's coming from your personal energy, coming from the personal archetype of the collective unconsciousness in your mind. So it is key that outside of the initial energies or entities and the initial entities and the initial candles or whatever, some traditional things we'll go into, basically the way you dress your altar and what you put on your altar is personal, and it makes it much more powerful. And also it gives you, it defines you out of other people doing their altars when the gods can look, or the entities can look and actually locate you based on how creative you've been. That's called creative physics. You see what I'm saying? So that's very key that you want to do. So let's pour these libations. And then we'll get into a lot of this particular information and teaching. And we're going to start from square one and deal with some of this particular stuff. But I still have to give the hard copy, because there's some interesting things that's happening, and you need to be on top of what's going down. I just got some confirmation, which we already knew, which the government already said. We got some confirmation just today on another little piece that's verifying, and I'm so happy about this, about the soldiers that can't even give blood, the soldiers from Iraq. That's very key in so many ways and stuff like that. That means that the army is actually working. So I just pulled them a little bit. We're going to get all connected up. The Elixirs, and I think I might have said that the last time about the football player. Did I talk about that the last time? One of the brothers, one brother played pro football, and anybody that plays pro sports, especially football, they ain't nothing after they get off the football team as far as their bodies always ache, chronic pain, you know what I'm saying, and all. And this brother started drinking the elixir that we mixed up, and the brother, it was medicinal and it healed everything. So we have just about any kind of way that you want to deal with things, at this particular time. Here's a book that I want people to try to go on the internet and get. I used to sell them, and that was when I had my hookup at Kinko's. But you know how they go. Brother got the hookup, but brother can't stay at Kinko's forever. So they leave and the other motherfuckers get new on you. This is called the Occult Technology of Power. You still probably can get some here because I've left some behind. This is the Occult Technology of Power. This is the Illuminati's handbook. But for what I hear, the Occult Technology of Power, which is their particular handbook, you probably can go on the internet and download it now. The Occult Technology of Power. Now there's a book that the guy back there called, there's an orange and blue book you got called The 42 Paths of Power. What's the name of that book? 48 Laws of Power. They based some of their, that orange and purple book. They based some of their, who's the author? Robert Greene. 48 Laws of Power. They based some of their strategies of how to get power in this society from this book, because this is the handbook of the people who run the society. So that's pretty clever. If you figure if you're going to put out a book for people to get power, then it's best to base it off the people that you're going to have to be dealing with. So this is the Occult Technology of Power, which is the Illuminati, the people that run the world's handbook. But I've heard that you can download this off of the internet now. And this one downloaded off the internet. I was able to get this particular book because the person who was a part of the secret society died, and his family members not knowing who he was, turned it into the bookstore, and a used bookstore. And I just so happened to be in the bookstore when the box came in. The little white boys let me look at stuff, and I knew once they saw this, they would have probably grabbed it. And so basically, I stole it, and was able to steal it and stuff like that, and and retrieve the shit. So that's how I get it and stuff, but that's we'll be dealing with some stuff with that particular aspect, because all this stuff is clear right now that the Illuminati and the New World Order is alive and well. But as far as the history of them, you need to know what their thinking is. What is the mindset of these people? And this particular book goes step by step on how they rule the universities and how Republican and Democrat, right and left, is produced by them. They go into stories like, we will take the left, and when the left want to give out too much money to the bleeding hearts, the bleeding heart left want to give out too much money to the downtrodden, or to the social programs of the so-called humanity, we can always count on the right conservative wing, you see, to knock them down and freeze up the money. But they also say when the conservative wing want to get too rich beyond what we want them to be, you know what I'm saying, we could always count on the right to come in and bust them by pointing the finger at them. So in so many words, this is all encouraged by the Illuminati. So any fool is idiotic enough at this particular time to think that Bush and Clinton are two different people. You see what I'm saying? I'm mistaken. I think that you're in a certain party. And any black person now that's running in a certain party, you best believe they're government agents. You see what I'm saying? Like your boy Al Sharpton. You know what I'm saying? Biggest government agent there is, taking, you know, which will be your next Jesse Jackson. Anybody running in a damn party, you see what I'm saying? When they killed Ron Brown, you knew that gig was up. So, but we want to still tell people to revisit this. Some people have it. Some people have it. You can download it off the off of the. You can download it off of the internet. If not, I made a manuscript of it back in 99 or 2000, and so therefore we still have it, and we'll get the brothers to sell it or whatever. How do we do that now? Okay, let's spit the rum and let's get this thing going. We got a lot of new entities and all. Yep. All right. Spit the rum. And you can do this at home, you know. You can do this at home. It's just like Dr. Africa got on the phone. Last time he spoke with Brother Shabbat, he got on the phone and asked me, "You still drinking?" You know, I'm like, "They still making liquor?" "Well, you know about your liver and all this kind of thing?" I'm like, "Look, man, come on. First of all, what I do is spiritual. Whenever I hit it, it's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with the particular aspect. I said, man, believe me, we can bet. You might be older than me, but I'll outlive you. You know what I'm saying? I'll outlive you. You see what I'm saying? So, because I deal on the spiritual realm. So, I'm never sick. I have never been sick in my life other than a head cold. And even I done picked up weight over the years, I'm never sick. So, I'm one that can say, goddamn it, I can outlive you. Because it's a spiritual thing. My mother was a person that was never sick. You see what I'm saying? And they are never sick because of their mind. And 98% of what brings on the people's ailment is a fucked up mind. That's the mystery to this shit. Is a fucked up mind. And you might tell yourself, I'm all right. No, you really need to check yourself if things are breaking down and you're always sick. You see what I'm saying? Now, I had a grandmother, was mean as shit. My grandmama slept with her goddamn fist balled up. She's a damn disciplinarian. But she had a sister across the street was happy-go-lucky. Of course, she kind of went crazy when she was young, so. she was happy-go-lucky, you know what I'm saying? Real happy. But anyway, there was a difference between them as far as the health. My grandmother was always sick. You see what I'm saying? That's because her mind, she wouldn't let go shit. You know, all the pathologies. You know, all the obsessive compulsive disorders. You see, wouldn't let things go, so as a result, she was always sick. My mother, on the other hand, never worried about shit. You know what I'm saying? And she never really was big on money. I guarantee you, there's a link between your love of money and disease. Guaranteed. You know, outside of surviving. You know, so, and I know that's a hard one, but you got to balance it off. You know what I'm saying? The greed. You know, the greed. If it's not the greed, my grandmother was a miser. The richest woman in damn near South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But she was a miser. You know, like I said, I grew up middle class and all, you know. And going to the bank was to break up in her room the right way when she was teaching school and try to hit them money bras she used to have. You know, you get that money good bra, you get paid. Anyway, there was a link between the way you think more than the diet. Because they got vegetarians now coming down with fucking cancer. One reason why they're coming down with cancer because they spend 98% of their time preoccupied in what is going to kill them, and they send those messages to the brain. You know what I'm saying? I told you about my brother. That motherfucker eat twigs in the air now. Twigs in fucking air. And if a nigga eats some rice, you have to take him to the hospital. Because he's programmed his mind that it's going to be sick. And this the nigga used to lick ketchup off the fucking pavement. I love a sausage to death. You know what I'm saying? So it's the middle pillar. which we'll deal with also today. The middle pillar. When you see this staff of Tahuti, and you see this, it's the middle pillar. You have to balance the two polarities. It's like the scales. So what my brother did was he went from one extreme to the other. He went from this extreme to this extreme. That's not balance. That means he's still extreme, so in actuality, he's made a complete circle. You see, you have to balance out the middle pillar. That's the key. You see, so therefore, if you slip a piece of rice up in his shit, this motherfucker going to the hospital. You see what I'm saying? That's because he's trained his mind that he's going to get sick. So you get a lot of people, they focus so much on that, you see what I'm saying, until they're going to get sick. You know what I'm saying? So as a result, I tell them, man, you know I'm gonna outlive you, nigga. I live like a shit. I live like I'm in elementary school. You know? I live like I'm in elementary school. You know, after Ginger left, in 2000, I tricked my brother to do my fucking laundry for fucking 3 years. I said, this damn nigga ain't caught on yet. The washing with the laundromat right up the street. But he's a take charge kind of fellow. So, shit, I shook his ass. You know? But, so, the key here is, you know, but that's what I'm trying to say. You got to break down this thing, and you got to become 14 again. 14 again. You know, you have to become 14. Now, this is very key. So, like I was telling them, I say, yes, I take 3 sips in the morning. I get up. I take 3 sips in the morning. 3 shots of this. I turn the music up. For 45 minutes, I jam. Then I go and bite something out of the refrigerator, get something on my gut. So, you know, because I did it on an empty stomach. And then I go back to sleep till 5 o'clock. And that is my day. Straight up leisure. You know, get up, then stay up till 5 and start that process back over. Get up at 9. But I have reduced myself down to what is called no self. The Bobby Hemmitt doesn't exist anymore. You know, no scruples, no pride. Just reduce myself down to that person is obspito. You know, that's nothing now. You have to, you have to de-identify and reduce yourself down to no self and be like the motherfucker on the street. Fuck it. So what you're going to do is you're going to be like the nigga on the street around the corner, around the liquor store saying, fuck it, but you're going to be functional while you're saying this. So it's going to be a mental thing. We don't need you on the street, you know, reeking with urine and stuff. But we want to give the same kind of idea that you're going to do. It's a mental process, and you free the spirit up to work. So therefore, it's a vessel that can work for healing and for any other types of things. I told the motherfucker, I said, look, I told you again, I don't ever want to see my motherfucking landlord again. And I ain't seen him since April. You know what I'm saying? Since April. That's what it is. They were like, well, damn, man, you know, outside of killing him, what you want us to do? Now, that's what we're dealing with. Let me get into this particular stuff here as we go on, because I want to give them their juice. All right. I'll take me a little sip to libate the thing, because I want to be one with them. You know what I'm saying? Don't mind if I do. All right. All right. Now remember, now this Odyssey only came about in 2000, because I couldn't drink or do none of this type of stuff, you know, before 2000. You know, some wine and some Manischewitz and that Bass Ale and all that shit, you know and all. But you know, it's a spiritual thing. All right, let's deal with this. So you know the drill. Zarabanda, Zarabanda, Zarabanda. Ashe, El Cristo Negro. Las Virtudes and Tranquilas. Santissima Muerte. San Simón. El Cristo Rey. Madre de la Luna. Madre de Agua. La Santísima Pedra Iman. Francisco Siete Reyes. Mama Shola. All right, now we got to get through these ones that just came to the planet. I'll explain all this to you. Ishtar, Manu, Noku, Mana, Inmatu, Titi, Jova, Lalila, Owalinsu, Oticha, Tiacha, Shirola, Shumala, Omagumu, Alcala. She said she want to be called Queen Alcala. Woo! These motherfuckers got some balls on them. You know, I want to get this right. Because I got a lot of them that came through. And I want to get it right. Yeah. Alcala, Locayo, Cacumbo, Lalila. Okay, Lavado, Luigi, Atama, Dodugo, Papua, Owadege, Leola, Godugo, Biwasta, Amatees, Owadege. Okay, going right along. Nisaba, she just came through. Althea Lukea, Exanthes, Casimbo, Dagon, Artemis, Lucifer, Pazuzu. That brother broke back up in there. Owalinsu, Ashe. Okay, hold on now. I want to get this straight so we can deal with some of those new ones. All right, we got them out of the way. Moving right along. Dambalawedo, Edawedo, Abusu, Abagizu, Azang, Zaka, Azaka Bodo, Azaki Madi, Zaka C, Brati Z, Gayo, Lord of the World, Brati Nebo, Brati Bray, Brati Double, Brati Fetumis, Brati Tiffany's, Ozunzi, Tiwawa, Grand Boris, Baron LaCrux, Baron Sandy, Baron Samadi, Baron Simmery. Okay, now I need some loud ashes. We got a lot of brothers up in here. Some loud ashes. Ogu, no, hold on. Baron Simides, Baron LaCrux, Sabo, Bay, Ago, Loki, Agi, Adam Loco, Loki Atiti, Azuli Freya, Mistress Azuli, Azuli Doba, Rain Azuli, Bridget, Marasha, Baphomet. Okay, let's go, hold on 1 minute. Azuli Noi, Azuli Noki, Azuli Bumbi. Okay, Dambalawedo, Edawedo, Matapimba, Matipimba, Kita, Kalabaki, the Simbi Nasad, Simbi Gayo, Grand Simbia, Baki Kita, Lembia Zaru, Maki Mimba, Hate Pimba, Dambala Flingo, Congo Nasad, Congo Puri, Capolo, Mangabangi, Bumba, Kita, Tingjin Fi, Tingjin Fi6, Tingjin Z, Tingjin Z, Tingjin Zinda, Marinati Pichis, Mangadagi Muasi, Mishon, Palestinian, Osa, Aset, Heru, Setmet, Sashet, Selket, Mamu, Asta, Eros, Shiva, Rudra Shiva, Kali, Kalima, Terra, Impruda, Mithra, Bacchus, Hercules, Jason, Medea, Apollo, Nibiru, Titans, Suras, Nephilim, Nibiru, Cthulhu, Shemira, Hessa, Yosatos, Nilhotep, Azathos, Azazel, Samaza, Baal, Butches, Dudum, Satis, Mayat, Metatron, Metronet, Setmet, Sashet, Selket, Satis, Heru, Put, Rim, Bass, Butches, Dudum, Buzimu, Heket, Wrecket, Kali, Parati, Sati, Srilakshmi, Timba, Devi, Krishna, Radha, Balarama, Ba, Na, Ka, Yuguru, Yugatarian stages, Nomo, Ama, Newt, Haddock, Apit, Tired, Sutnessy, Sutnubit, Sutha, Mama, Mami, Kama, Tim, Nineveh, Mintu Sivaraha, Mintab Sing, Ramanatu, Bal, Butches, Bess, let's see, Kim, Nineveh, Mantu. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's pretty good. Shoot. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hemmitt family, Shaw family. 1, 2, 3. Start calling out your family members. 1, 2, 3. Ashe. The ones who died. Ashe. And you got some people sick. Call out their shit too right now. Ashe. Okay. To all family members, ancestors, known and unknown. Ashe. To all the entities on our side, known and unknown, Ashe. Okay. Moving right along. Like I said, we need to align ourselves with stuff that works at this particular time. I would say